Have you ever wondered how your tanks are insulated and concealed inside of a travel trailer? Hi, I'm Gary Conley, and I'm going to talk to you all about that today. Heated enclosed holding tanks are a very important feature to all-season camping. A lot of times you think, well, I don't really camp in the cold, so why would that be important to me? Well, I'm here to tell you that having an enclosed heated holding tank system is important to all types of camping. One critical point is going to be your valves. First off, your valves, which are basically a knife valve, as you can see here through actuation. Protecting this valve against any type of debris and things will allow these valves not to leak. A lot of times if you've owned a trailer or a camper in the past, when you pull the knife valve and there's been debris, you get some basically some runoff and things like that. So protecting these valves is really important. We briefly discussed valve placement, and I just want to review one thing that we do specific. And again, it costs a little bit more money. In a lot of areas, valves are typically located right behind a tire on a trailer. And what happens is the debris off of the tire kicks up onto this valve and therefore basically gets dirt and things into the valve, and that's how you perform a leak. If you notice on our trailer here, there's no valves because the valves are completely enclosed inside there. Lance quality, number one. So that's just one element of an enclosed heated holding tank system. The other element is rocks and things that come up and potentially that can hit your tanks, crack them, and then it would ruin your whole camping experience. So again, you're thinking to yourself, well, Gary, why is that important and what does Lance do? Well, exactly what we do is that we actually enclose the whole tank. We use a rotomolded plastic, which I'm going to grab here and show you, which is here. And what this basically does is, it's made out of the same material as what your tank would be made out of. And we actually drop the tank, as you'll see here, directly into this cavity. Now this cavity is also insulated, which basically has a non-porous insulation material. So therefore, if there was a leak or something that would happen inside, it would not absorb any moisture. Protecting your fresh water source is also an extremely important thing. On our travel trailers, an enclosed heated tank is standard on them, whereas on our black and gray tank, those are optional. As you can see, I'll take this tank and it drops inside of the heated compartment here. This is what is going to protect your fresh water tank from any rocks and things, and also allow for heat to go and travel across underneath this tank and return back on the other side. Now, as long as you're warm inside of your RV, your holding tanks will also be fluid. Extremely important. But to take that a step further is that we move our valves into a center location here. Okay, so when the dump of the tank comes out, it actually comes into the valve assembly here, and then there's a pipe that goes down. This is also heated and insulated. So again, for simple explanation would be, it's kind of like a cork on a bottle. If you can have fluid inside of a bottle, but there's a cork there, meaning that frozen valves, what happens? Nothing comes out. Your tank's gonna be fluid all the time. Now, when you talk about energy as well, if you put on a 12-volt heating pad or something like that on your tank, all you're doing is shortening your trip because that 12-volt supply is draining your battery. Whereas with our system, if you're comfortable inside, we're using the same heat off of the furnace basically to duct that. Brings you to another question. Well, gee, Gary, you might be taking heat off of my furnace and you're using it to heat the tanks. By using the Atwood furnace, it has up to 9 ducts that we can duct specifically off of that furnace into strategic areas that will allow us to heat and distribute proper airflow to all of these areas to maintain a good camping experience. A lot of furnaces that are made that we do not buy only have up to 3 ducts, and some people only use 2 ducts, and therefore your airflow inside is pretty bad. So remember, when you're camping with a Lance product, you're looking for a 4-season unit, and you're looking for something that debris and rocks won't come and hit and ruin your tanks or ruin your experience. Lance is for you. Thank you for watching. I'm Gary Conley from Lance Camper Manufacturing.